Welcome back to Austin. College football Saturday. Texas with a 14-3 lead at intermission. Bill Land and Gary Reasons with you up top here. Gary, really a tale of two quarters, 0-0 at the first quarter. Defense dominates. Then Texas got it going in the second period.
Well, Texas tried to run the football early in the ballgame, Bill, in the first quarter, and the UCF defense did a nice job of slowing them down. But I think the Texas hit their stride throwing the ball with Colt McCoy. He was pretty much on fire in the second quarter.
We'll take a look at the stats brought to you by Michelin, and you'll see the numbers certainly weigh heavily in Texas' favor.
Well, no doubt about that. The passing yards, you see those 222 yards, and one interception, though, for Colt McCoy. Otherwise, they would have had a chance to score and put more points on the board. But overall, I think the UCF defense has done a decent job up front, taking the run game away, making Texas one-dimensional. Now, I'm interested to see what adjustments UCF made at halftime with Coach O'Leary. So let's go down to the field with Emily Jones with more on that.
Well, Coach, you wanted to shorten the game coming in. Your team's been pretty successful in doing that thus far.
Well, we just given up too many big plays on defense in spurts, and offensively, we just got sustain blocks better, run and pass, and we covered that at halftime. We'll see if we can get it done this half.
I know that you would prefer to be ahead at the half, but your team has come from behind in all 5 of its wins. Do you like your chances?
I just remind them about that we're pretty much where we have been, so let's go out and finish 60 minutes a game.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate it. Best of luck in the second half, guys.
Thank you very much, Emily. Thanks to George O'Leary for stopping by as UCF tries to get a little stronger start to the second half. That in the first half, let's take a quick look at Texas possessions. Kind of tells you the story here.
Well, the missed field goal opportunity certainly on their first drive really was not something they'd like to have happen. They'd like to go down the first drive and score. The punt, you see the couple of scores they had, both Cody Johnson rushing touchdowns. But overall, I thought the Texas played better. Their defense kind of rose to the challenge against UCF offensively. And it looks like with them taking the ball here to get the ball first here in the second half, I'm sure that Greg Davis talked to his offense about executing when we come out here to start this third quarter.
So Texas downs it in the end zone. We'll get it back on the touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20. And we'll take a look at the first half stat leaders here. Colt McCoy 15 for 20. Did have that late pick for 222 yards. Cody Johnson gets both TDs, and Jordan Shipley, how about that? Once again, over 100 yards in the receiving game.
I tell you, he's just moving up the charts, Bill. Jordan Shipley is, as far as all-time receiving yards and catches here at the University of Texas. He has a chance to eclipse the all-time receptions. He's got some work to do to get there, but he has certainly a chance to get there.
Yeah, he came in number 4 in receiving yards as career with UT. And Goodwin makes the reception here. Remember those fearless predictions? Let's take a visit to those. Brought to you by Phillips HD as far as what Gary thought for the University of Texas here today.
Well, overall, the enemy being them, well, they got the one missed field goal, the one interception. Were they kind of slow, lackadaisical coming out? Perhaps, but I think that you've got to credit UCF defense, and it just doesn't happen. Well, you've got to make plays and make opportunities for yourself. Haven't had a turnover from Texas in this ballgame that they forced. They did have the one interception that Colt McCoy threw, which negated an opportunity to score. So it just doesn't happen. You've got to go out and make those things happen. As you see a throw here from Colt McCoy out to Jordan Shipley to get things started.
Shipley is 8th reception. Now with 72 receptions on the season for Jordan Shipley and over 900 yards receiving. For the senior from Burnett, Texas, says Texas, an opening drive here, going to work on the ground this time. And
well, I think they'd like to get the run game going. You got Fozzie Whitaker trying to run the football in the first half, really not effective. The Texas run game wasn't that. Holt had to bring the ball down a couple, broke the pocket a couple times and ran a few times. Overall, I think that Mac Brown really can't be pleased with how his offense ran the football in the first quarter. The UCF defense kind of controlled them.
Yeah, you're going to the strength of what the Knights bring to the table defensively. McCoy pass batted down here as he was again coming back to Jordan Shipley. And Terrell Troop making the knock away there. Troop coming in, starting his 25th straight game.
Yeah, and he's a bull in the middle. That's what they like. He eats up blocks. You see him right there taking Huey right there and gets his hands up. If you're not going to get the quarterback, good coaching, get your hands up, and Troop, a guy that they feel like has the next level potential. Big guy. What you want there is you want him to eat up those blockers, and does a nice job inside for the Knights.
Texas 5 of 7 in third down conversions. Flag thrown here as this one caught or picked off. It is caught. Williams, as Gathers was putting some pressure on, and Williams says, yeah, I had it all the way.
Yeah, there's
a wrestling match over there. There wasn't there.
UCF offsides defensively, which is the flag.
Offside, number 99 on the defense. The penalty will be declined. Result of the play, first down.
Yeah, Jarvis Gaither's trying to get some pressure up the field, and he jumps across, and you see the throw here. Colt trying to thread it in there, and he does. Nice job by Malcolm of pulling the ball in and wrestling it away, and a first down.
19 yards on the pickup.
Remember, he
nearly picked it off.
He had a drop in the end zone for a potential touchdown.
McCoy, great protection, and it's complete again to Shipley at the 40-yard line of UCF, and Corey Hogue making the tackler. And we were talking about those numbers. How about them for Jordan Shipley?
Yeah, just tremendous numbers. Blitnick Award candidate, no doubt about that. 2,400 yards, fourth all-time here in his career at the University of Texas, and just going to continue to go up those charts.
Swarming defense by UCF here as Hogue makes the stop.
That's what we're talking about, the UCF defense. They play well around the line of scrimmage, Bill. They're able to take 7, 8 guys around the line of scrimmage, and they're linebackers, all three of them. Derek Hallman, Corey Hogue, and Lawrence Young, 1, 2, 3 in tackles. And Dave Huxtable, a real controlled, good coach, keeps that defense rocking, playing good, sound, fundamental defense. When you see these guys line up, they line up in the right spots, and they execute, and they play their techniques. And what they like to have is they like to have all their guys doing their job in the defense.
3rd and 7 for Texas. McCoy in trouble. Still on his feet and then gets rocked. As there's Geathers again. He and Miller, what a duo they make, as Geathers coming in with 7 sacks and Miller with 9.
Well, watch Roy Miller, number 99, excuse me, 99, getting the pressure on him there. Jarvis Geathers just takes his offensive lineman back to the quarterback, and that's great speed on the outside. That's good power. That right there is kind of a bull rush getting him back there. So they feel like that the sky's the limit for him as a player.
And Central Florida gets the stop they wanted, and low kick, line drive right out of bounds, and certainly not at all what Justin Tucker was hoping to accomplish there. And UCF is going to come back with pretty good field position. We'll see where they spot it. Take a brief break. Texas up 14-3. Austin, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium, the site, as Central Florida CFU comes back after that stop and a 16-yard punt, and Calabrese comes out throwing this time. He was not very effective in that first half, but he connects here before Muckeroy and Thomas make the stop on Ricky Kay.
You know, Ricky Kay does a good job getting out of the backfield. Same misdirection they had in the first half. Remember, Rob Calabrese in the ball game for Brett Hodges, who's not playing this football game. So Calabrese getting his 3rd start of the season, doing a nice job with the misdirection. The defense for UCF did their job the first series against the Longhorns. Now the offense needs to do the same thing for George O'Leary's bunch.
Yeah, Hodges out with bruised ribs, as well as their running back, Bryn Harvey, their leading rusher, out with an ankle injury today. And UCF hanging tough. The carry here, not much to shout about for Davis. Let's take a look at their possessions in the first half.
Yeah, the first series, I thought they actually should have tried a field goal. They had a good opportunity there to get points on the board. They chose not to do so, but you see the one field goal, the rest are puntings. So overall, the UCF defense kind of held in check, especially late in the second quarter by Will Muschamp and the defense. But I think George O'Leary talked to his team at half and said, hey, we got to come out and make a stand against Texas. They did defensively, and get the offense out there and get clicking and continue to have first down.
Calabrese sees his club with 2nd and 11 now from the 41. Hands it off, and Davis forges ahead across the 45, the 46, where Lamar Houston makes the tackle. And we take a look at their leaders. You see Calabrese.
Not a great day there throwing the football so far. 16 yards in that first half, and Davis doing a decent job of rushing, the longest 12. And Ricky Kay, well, he's got a couple of catches now. That's not updated. So, you know, they have had that misdirection. Looks pretty good when the fullback coming out of the backfield.
Well, this is a Longhorn defense that only gives up 53 yards rushing per game. So for Davis, an inexperienced freshman, to have that kind of first half total is a tip of the cap to him. Now, 3rd down and incomplete out of the backfield, trying to connect with Davis, and we believe UCF will kick it away as Houston will pressure that time on the quarterback Calabrese. Muckeroy in on the play as well.
Yeah, Muckeroy is kind of guy you just kind of keep your eye on. He's going to find the football. He's got his receiver out there. It's man coverage, and he's waiting to lower the boom if he were to catch that football and turn up. So the Texas defense responds here, brings up a 4th down.
That'll bring on Blake Klingon as Shipley is deep. High kick, a dandy, a fair catch. Not an easy play on a sunny afternoon as Shipley makes that grab, and Texas will operate from its own 13, maybe 14-yard line when we come back on College Football Saturday here in Austin. Texas up 11, and one of the things they've talked about here is the swagger being back. Emily's got more about that.
Well, guys, you talked about Matt Brown saying winning breeds complacency. He's done different things over the course of the season to keep his team motivated. Mean Joe Green came in to give a pep talk to this team. He talked about going all in, so they got these bracelets made. They had Corey Borner, the DeSoto High School player who was paralyzed in spring drills, come and talk to the team before the Red River rivalry. And most recently, Sergio Kendo came up with the idea to develop these swagger tags. He says this team needs some swagger, and so they went and got these dog tags made. Matt Brown said he handed them out to the players. You would have thought it was Christmas.
Never know, do you, Gary?
Those are all motivational things that really a team needs to have, especially a team that is poised now. There's a lot of people out there saying, hey, Texas is already going to be in the national championship game. Well, heck, Matt Brown says we got work to do. We got ball games to win. We got 4 regular season games left here. We've got perhaps a conference championship game. They've got work to do to get there. So he's constantly finding things to motivate his team. He's done it every single week with different people coming to talk to the football team and some of the motivational things as Emily showed us.
McCoy in the air. Last time to Kirkendall. This one comes off to Whitaker. And Boyer makes the tackle that time for UCF.
Texas, they're just methodical of what they do, and you talk about the swagger and the confidence of the team, and he said his seniors need to take control of the football team that they have. He said they need to take ownership, and that's what he told us. He really allows his seniors to kind of lead things. Now, don't get them too far off that get coaches in trouble, but he says he really wants his seniors to take that leadership. Colt McCoy, definitely one of those.
Oh, 1st and 10 play nearly picked off by Central Florida as UCF's Lawrence Young had a great opportunity, and if he keeps a handle, I think it's a pick 6.
Yeah, Lawrence is the weak side linebacker, number 57, and he's going to read Colt McCoy's eyes and just get his right hand up there and just didn't get that ball pulled in. So he's just kind of fading over, and that's something that Colt's got to realize, that weak side linebacker, without a threat there, he's going to get himself in the hole.
Young, an honorable mention, All-CUSA player last year, junior out of Pensacola, Florida. Here's McCoy on 2nd and 10, going to keep the football. McCoy dives across the 30 and brought down near the 33 by Terrell Troop.
We talked to Colt about running the football. Early in the season, they kind of took the ball out of his hands, didn't let him run it, but there's a lot more design runs. This is a design quarterback draw. You see Fozzie Whitaker doing a nice job there, and Colt showing his hurdling ability. He's a guy, Bill, that has shown that he can run the football. He can be very effective, and he has no hesitation. You see his numbers on the season: 70 rushing attempts, and he can make plays. 36
of those rushing attempts came in the last 3 weeks as they've gone to him more and more in the running game. And here he is again, dives ahead for the 1st down as that'll move the chains. And Null makes the tackle there.
As a defense, when they're in that shotgun, they got that zone read look, which is what they have here. The defense has to react. And Colt McCoy sees he's got Cody Johnson a chance to pitch to, but the offensive line gets the guys off their feet. And you see the little cut block there inside by Greg Smith, the tight end, who does a good job of making a hole there for him to get up in there and get that 1st down.
Ulatowski almost got his 1st tackle of the season, and wouldn't have been what they wanted as he and Colton met there. But he got the business done, and it's 1st and 10 at the 37 for the Longhorns. And the drop out there is looking down the field already with John Childs. Childs covered there by Boyer. I remember Greg Davis was telling the other day that John Childs, being a quarterback last year, did a little slash stuff. He says he's really going to have to adjust how much he has to run in the conditioning. It's a whole different deal, isn't it?
It really is a different thing for those guys who just go out there and play quarterback. They drop back 3, 5, or 7 steps, throw the football, go to the huddle. Well, heck, they didn't realize what all the receivers do. They run all the time in practice, and all the routes that they run. It's a constant. It's getting used to that part of the game that John Childs just hadn't gotten used to.
Came in with 25 receptions on the season, 3 for scores. Here is Buckner. And Buckner dives forward to the 43-yard line. And Buckner's a guy that started off strong, but had not seen much of him lately.
You know, you see what Texas is doing here in the second half, and kind of what they did the second quarter. They went to their passing game. Greg Davis chose early in the football game to utilize the run game and try to make that happen. But the UCF, their defense, their front seven is the strength of their defense, and took the run game away, which really kind of played into the hands of their defense and slowed the Texas offense running the football. They didn't get first downs like they're used to doing.
3rd and 4. And McCoy hooks up again with Shipley for the first down on the Texas sideline. UCF territory near the 39-yard line. Young making the stop.
Well, I talked about the front being good for UCF. Well, the secondary is another story because they've got a couple of sophomores playing cornerback. They've got a converted quarterback playing safety, so they don't have a great amount of experience back there. Jordan Shipley, Colt McCoy, they've been at this a long time. They know how to make completions.
Shipley, by the way, has passed Quan Cosby in yardage here at University of Texas, moved up to number 3 career yardage, and his career high was 180. That was against ULM. He's at 185 today, so a new individual game career high on receiving yards for Shipley. This one busted up by Young.
And a good job here by the defense, just looking at the offensive set here and smelling the kind of the screenplay here. You see the middle linebacker just cranking through there and making a nice play. It's Lawrence Young again.
McCoy, little play action, comes out, and on the near side, Goodwin, the intended receiver, and it is caught there at the 37-yard line. Robinson covering.
Goodwin trying to sell that catch. The official didn't have to. The line judge said, hey, you made that catch, and just put the ball on the spot there. Gets his hands underneath it there. That's close. It's close. I'm not sure if they're going to review this or not.
We haven't had a review yet today. Remember, college football, every play is being reviewed. They need more time, they'll stop the game. Texas 8 of 11 in third down situations and facing a 3rd and 9 here. And complete. Kirkendall hit hard. Robinson there.
Kirkendall did not get to the first down marker. He came back to catch that football and tried to make somebody miss, and made one defender miss, but it looks like UCF has got him just a little bit short, maybe about a half a yard here, Bill, for that first down. So 4th down coming up, and looks like Texas is bringing in their heavy package. And
that's Cody Johnson and crew, as I think the fans first thought when they saw players coming on, oh, it's the field goal unit.
Yeah.
No, you mentioned it's that jumbo, and that means Cody Johnson lines up immediately behind McCoy, and here's Johnson, nearly breaks it easily for the first down across the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Now, Cody Johnson's been doing that short yardage game for quite a while, and he knows what happens with the defense. If you break through that first level on short yardage defense here, there's nobody back here on the backside of the defense, and so he knows that. If he get outside, get that one tackle, he might be able to have a chance to get to the end zone. Trying to make a huge play there, but got the first down.
13th play of the drive coming up. A UCF player is down. That's why we've got the halt in action here. Mentioned off the top, if you didn't join us, they're a banged up ball club, particularly offensively. You mentioned Hodges and Harvey. They also had a couple of players who didn't even make the trip. Ronnie Weaver out with a concussion. Wide receiver Jamar Newsom left back home in Orlando. This is Lawrence Young, who's up on his own now, and hopefully he'll be able to return. As Young with 54 tackles coming in, Hallman with 59, and Hogue, the third linebacker, was 60. They're the leaders of that group.
Yeah, I tell you, I like the defensive front here for UCF. Actually, their secondary is really coming on. They've got a good base. They'll play well in Conference USA, and currently second in their division there. They feel like after this ball game, they're going to get back to conference play, and they're going to have a chance to compete for the conference championship.
Huge challenge next week against the Houston Cougars, nationally ranked. McCoy, wide open, down the field, down inside the 12-yard line. Greg Smith, the tight end, junior from Montgomery, Texas, and Smith gets his 6th reception of the year. 5 of those in the last 4 games now, as he's become more and more of a target. Boye, the tackle.
Well, you see Greg Smith releasing off the left side of the line, doing a little drag right there, and been used more of a blocker, Bill, this season. You said only 6 receptions before this one, so nice job of him coming across and Colt throwing a strike to him, trying to get that tight end in the mix. Haven't had that big tight end in this offense this season.
So McCoy over the 300-yard mark and passing once again. And Johnson Just running out of real estate there and pushed out of bounds on the Texas sideline near the 15. And this drive has been over 6 minutes now for Texas. Lucas Williams made the last play. We're at 3:39 to go here in the third quarter.
Interesting here, you're down in the red area, and obviously Texas would like to get a touchdown, punch this ball in, but I'm telling you, that UCF defense, they're pretty stout up front. You know, everything kind of closes in. They don't have a whole lot of room to work with.
See why they are #1 in Conference USA in fewest points allowed as well as total defense. McCoy flushed out of the pocket, got him in, touchdown, Texas! It is Kirkendall. James Kirkendall gets his second TD of the year.
Colt McCoy extends his play just a little bit, and what happens is it's real difficult for the secondary to just continue to cover these receivers. So much speed. Kirkendall going along the back line of the end zone, and Colt McCoy finds him in a little seam there. Good job by Colt. You see his 26th consecutive game with a touchdown pass. That's a Texas ongoing school record.
What isn't for Colt McCoy? As Kirkendall hauls in the TD pass of 14 yards, and Texas gets the first score of the second half, 21-3 Longhorns. Kirkendall with the TD, Texas up 21-3, and let's check out the Land Rover BCS rankings as Land Rover wants to send you to the college football game of your choice. Go to LandRover.com, register for the Road to the Bowl sweepstakes today. Florida got bandied tonight. You see Texas at #2, and you look down the road here, Texas knows well that all they need to do, I say all, just keep winning though, Gary, and they're going to be in great shape.
And they need to win convincingly. They need to be on top in ball games. They need to show that it's, you know, just a great effort after each and every week. They feel like they'll be in that championship game if that all unfolds. A lot of work to do, though. Coach Brown says, hey, we're not going to concede that yet. We know we've got more work to do, and trying to keep his team focused each and every week.
7 unbeatens. Boise State stayed that way last night after a scare from Louisiana Tech down in Ruston before they came back to put them away. And ready for the Texas kickoff as Baldwin and McDuffie are again the deep players for UCF. And Tucker will kick it away for the Longhorns. 3:11 to go, third quarter here in Austin. Short kick. And McDuffie. 25-30. McDuffie breaking a tackle and hit hard, but outstanding return after the short kick to the 47-yard line. Let's go back and take a look. Those 7 unbeatens coming into the weekend. We mentioned Boise winning yesterday, and Iowa trailing Northwestern. Iowa's been kind of a cardiac kid bunch every week, haven't they?
Well, they haven't been consistent in how they've approached each and every game, but the Florida, Texas, Alabama, all that's going to change a little bit if and when Florida and Alabama meet perhaps in the conference championship game in the SEC. So a lot of football left to play, and as things will unfold.
LSU, Alabama tonight in a biggie in the SEC, and boy, here in Texas, TCU just doesn't seem to get the buzz about it should for the job Gary Patterson has done. A phenomenal job with that program up in Fort Worth as they remain unbeaten as well.
Yeah, that's a pretty good outfit out there. He plays great. They play great defense consistently year in, year out. Gary Patterson has got that defensive mindset. Hey, we're going to win games on defense, not going to hurt ourselves offensively. And that's very similar to what George O'Leary's philosophy is. Build a great defense, get yourself out there and control the game, and try not to lose it on offense. And just a little bit underhanded here today with a sophomore quarterback having to start this game and for their injured Brent Hodges.
Yeah, so Calabrese here with 2nd and short, hands it off to Davis, and Davis did not get the first down. And Sam Acho there to make the stop.
Yeah, the early contact there was made by Lamar Houston, who has done a great job, number 33 for the Longhorns on the defensive front, getting up in the hole. I mean, he's played very well this season, Bill. I think Lamar Houston has been one of the impact players defensively for UT.
Central Florida, just 103 yards of offense so far today. They're going to have a shot at pulling off an upset. They got to make something happen here. They got a nice return.
They did.
They got to take advantage of what opportunities they get.
Yeah, that turnover was definitely, I mean, that kick return was an opportunity play, and they've got to convert them, as you mentioned.
3rd and 1. Aiken, the man in motion. Calabrese rolls out. Flag is thrown. Calabrese I don't know if he got it. We'll see on the spot and also sort out the penalty.
It's not going to matter. Lamar Houston was a defensive tackle. Offsides, jumped off sides on that play, so this is going to be a first down for UCF regardless of where they spot the football.
UCF coming into that with just 2 of 9, third down conversion.
Offside on the defense, number 92. The 5-yard penalty for the previous spot and a first down.
Yeah, they were kind. They got Alexander instead of Lamar Houston, but I think it was actually Lamar Houston on that one.
And they'll move the chains for UCF as Will Muschamp, the defensive coordinator, looks on. Not happy about that, I'm sure, as it'll be a first down now at the 41-yard line. First down marker brought to you by Overstock.com. Shop with the company that supports college football. That's Overstock.com at home with the O. Flag again before this one gets underway.
False start on the offense, number 74. It's a 5-yard penalty. It'll remain first down.
Yeah, they gave the 5 yards back, but it still remains first down. That's the key thing.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll take that trade out. It's on Chad Hounshaw, redshirt freshman.
First and 15.
First penalty on Central Florida today. How about that? They only average 5 a game for 48 yards. It kind of plays into what Gary's talking about with George O'Leary about keep it clean, shorten games. Calabrese and stopped at the 43-yard line of Texas.
The quarterback draw here for Calabrese, staying inside, not trying to throw the ball out there. Trying to get a little bit back at a time. They realize they probably got 4 down territory here to perhaps get a first down. We thought they'd kick a field goal if they got a little closer early in the first half, but they didn't. George O'Leary chose not to do so and got about a 15-yard punt.
Knights coming in 5-3 off a Sunday night victory over Marshall, 21-20. Came from behind on that one. Bigger chore, better competition here today in an 18-point hole with seconds to go in the third. Calabrese going deep this time, and Gideon the closest one to that, and that was in the Texas secondary.
Gideon and Earl Thomas kind of bracket coverage there. Thomas underneath, Gideon over the top. Those two safeties, Bill, they have kind of grown up here together at the University of Texas in the secondary. You see this receive seam going to come up here and they'll throw the football. Thomas underneath and Blake Gideon.
Third and 12.
Texas gaining 26 turnovers this year, losing 16, a +10 coming in. Last year they were +2 for the season and went 12-1. Here they are 8-0. UCF third down. Calabrese brought down in his own territory at the 48-yard line. Lamar Houston comes up with a sack.
Good job there by Lamar Houston, just using speed off the line of scrimmage and gets into second in the backfield and gets a nice sack there for his defense.
Big ending to the third quarter for Texas as the Longhorns lead it 21-3. You're watching Big 12 College Football Saturday, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Welcome back, 21-3. We start the fourth. UCF to kick it away here as once again Cowgan is on for the punt. Clinton, I should say, averaging 43.5 yards per kick on his first 6. He's at a 70-yarder. Booms, another high one. Shipley gets away from this one, and what a job, as this one will be down the 1-yard line. So UCF, we talked about their special teams being strong. They've lived up to that.
Yeah, the punting game does a good job. A couple times now pinned inside the 10-yard lines. The Texas Longhorns have had to start for a long field, so excellent job of getting that ball down there. Jordan Shipley choosing not to handle that football.
50-yard punt that time as McCoy comes back on for the Texas Longhorns. And there's through 3 quarters, I should say. You see what Texas defense has done in holding UCF to just 107 yards of total offense compared to 381 T. And the Longhorns, first and 10 from the 1. And a safety. Johnson is stopped in the end zone or not. Looks like he got out.
Well, I'd be surprised if he got that ball out. That sure looked like there was a defense in front there. Terrell Troop and company inside, just stacking it up in there. Watch the surge here by Troop number 98 getting in there. Wow, that's a pretty good push inside. And does Cody Johnson get that ball out of the end? I don't think he'd ever count the end zone. I'm sure they're going to take a look at this again. Hopefully they will. For UCF, I'm sure they'd like to have them take a look at it. You have evidence that that ball got out of the end zone?
I'm going to challenge this.
There may be a challenge flag by George O'Leary as well. Well,
actually, when I saw the replay, it was much closer than I thought. Initially, I thought there was no way.
Cody Johnson, you see Huey there, Hall not getting anywhere because you got Troop pushing him back into the backfield. And what a defensive push there by a defensive tackle. See if we got a good look on this on the sideline here. If we got a chance to get Cody Johnson, does he get the ball outside of his end zone? I'm sure there's a good look at it. It's in his left arm, and it doesn't look like he's anywhere around there. The ball never, where does it come out? I'm not sure where it came into the field of play.
You know, on the replay, you've got to have overwhelming evidence to show that the play on the field that was called needs to be overturned.
And one of the things that the replay officials do is they piece together with what they have. They see all the replays we have, and they get to piece those together. They can stop and start the equipment on their own to kind of fit this together. But as you said, Bill, it has to be conclusive evidence that the ball, in this case, would not have gotten out to reverse this call because it was called out into the field of play.
I mean, this is a point in the game as we start the fourth quarter. It could be a huge momentum shift because UCF's hanging in there. They really haven't shown much ability to do much offensively, but you do get a safety as you look at the instant replay rules and what's happened so far this year. You do get a safety, and then you get the football back, get good field position. You never know.
Yeah, a lot of things hedge on this call and how this actually turns out. So this is what instant replay is designed to do. If there is a play in the game that is very, very critical in the part of the game, they want to get it right.
George O'Leary and Mack Brown, they faced each other back in the ACC days.
Yes, when
O'Leary was at Georgia Tech and Mack at North Carolina. Know each other very well.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands that the runner did get outside of the goal line. It'll be second down.
That's the good news for Texas. The bad news, barely.
Yeah, barely.
Look where this second down play is going to take place.
Well, Bill, they've got a couple of defensive tackles inside that are powerful, and they're going to try to do the same kind of push now. So this offensive line for Texas, and Chris Hall playing the guard there, at center, and Michael Huey and Charlie Tanner, they've got to hold up as Troop, 320-pounder, makes a nice push inside.
That ball just outside the end zone, and McCoy, play action this time. Throwing, and it is Williams, wrestled to the ground, and incomplete. Nearly picked off, nearly a great catch.
Yeah, Michael Greco, the strong safety, does a nice job here wrestling the football. Colt McCoy throws it out to the middle of the field. No contact there, and just watch Greco just kind of wrestle that ball out. Does not secure the catch.
This could be a catch. Wait a second.
Yeah, he's got to have control of it through the catch onto the ground, so ruled incomplete on the field.
Michael Huey coming down, blocking our vision. Texas 8-12 on third down, and here they are, third down from the inside the one. McCoy, good protection, and Williams comes back to make a nice reception, and then is popped hard just as he crosses the 10-yard line. I don't think he got the first. Well, it would depend on the spot.
Well, the line judge on the near sideline calls it, walks up to the field, and makes him a pretty generous spot here. Where's it at? Just over that number 1 there on the field is where his forward progress is, and looks like it's a first down for the Horns.
That'll move the chains as it'll be 1st and 10. Texas, a couple critical plays there. One to get out of the end zone, avoid the safety, and then to convert on the third down.
The previous play is under further review.
Yeah, I think they're just looking at the spot where he actually got to. So if they've got a better look at it, they'll take a look and see if that is the correct spot. Where's the forward progress of the football? We see it here at the bottom right there. The numbers is kind of where I see it. Now, where is that in?
And the knee goes down, and
where that football comes to. And I think, like I said, at the numeral on the ground, on the turf, I think he gets to right there. And if that's a first down, be interesting to see where that is and better look at it from up top. Again, good contact there, good hit on the outside. Kamal Ishmael does a nice job of making contact, just squares him up and just stops him. He doesn't, his forward progress does not get past that one, as you see there on that replay. So they may actually reverse this call on the field.
But if they've already moved the chains,
yeah, it's hard to tell.
What is their option if they
well, they'll have to go back to a previous play to find out where the first down mark was.
Right.
They'll have to get that set. They've already moved it. It's going to be real difficult to overturn this.
Well, again, the two coaches sit and wait for the decision. Williams getting his 5th reception. That ties his career high with 5 receptions. Had against Missouri 2 weeks ago.
You know, I think these two plays here that have been reviewed.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Player made the first down. First down protection.
I was about to say that both plays are going to go the way of the Longhorns. The one out of the end zone, Cody Johnson getting the ball out just barely. And now this play for the first down.
George O'Leary doesn't like it, and for our viewers that are following particularly Central Florida, probably thinking, oh, that was those Big 12 guys. No, it is Conference USA officials here today, so you can't take that angle if you're upset with the call. So Texas will keep possession, 1st and 10 at the 12. Play action. Wanting it here. Shipley got it. Shipley, he'll score! Touchdown, Texas! Oh, mama! 88 yards.
Well, Colt McCoy says, hey, let's stop monkeying around with all these judgment plays here. Let's just throw one down the field. Jordan Shipley, he just runs right by the cornerback, Josh Robinson, and runs away from him here after the catch. Excellent throw, excellent catch, and that's a statement throw and a reception by Jordan Shipley and Colt McCoy.
The point after is good by Lawrence, and Texas says exactly what Gary's thinking. Enough. Get it now. And they do. McCoy to Shipley for 88 and the TD. (28-3) Texas, a Hampton Hotels TD of the game. It's that last one, 88 yards. McCoy hooking up with Jordan Shipley.
Now, this is just a tremendous throw and catch, and a statement play here by the Longhorns. Colt McCoy throwing it down as he's done time and time again. This is a record-setting day for Jordan Shipley. Just a monster day catching the football.
So Shipley, 11 receptions, a school record 273 yards receiving now, with 13:01 to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
Man. And Texas will kick it off. We had no score after 1. Texas trailed 3-0 early 2nd, 14-3 leader at the half, and now 28-3 early 4th, as this one will be down by McDuffie. And let's go to Academy Sports and Outdoors Game Break. We'll check in with Darren Horton. Every Saturday, you never know. Thank you so much, Darren. We welcome you back here as the unbeaten, starting the weekend at 7. Texas seems to be taking care of its business, up 28-3. Crowd back in it now here as UCF has it 1st and 10 from its own 20-yard line. Calabrese, and it is incomplete, out of bounds. Got a guy who probably wishes he was down there instead of here with us. Michael Huff, former UT great, now in the NFL. Thanks so much for stopping by. What do you think of your guys?
They're looking good, especially on defense. I like how Muschamp and Coach Keenum have them out there just playing hard and playing aggressive. And they do a lot of blitzing. They just do so many things on defense.
Now, you guys have had tremendous tradition here at the defensive backs. They call it DBU. All the guys that come through. How close are you guys, the guys that have gone on to play in the league, and as you're doing, stay with this team?
Oh, yeah, we're definitely close. Like the guys that came before me, like the Jerry Graves and Nathan Baxter, Quentin Jam, all those guys. And we always keep in touch. And, like, I went to the team hotel last night just to sit down with the DBs and kind of just talk to them and make sure everything was good.
Talk to me about Coach Aquina and what he has meant to the secondary and the development of you and the others that have played with you and these guys out here as well. I think he's a tremendous football
Oh, yeah, I
coach.
definitely love Coach Keene. I mean, he's definitely, you know, he deserves a head coaching job somewhere because he's one of the best coaches I've ever seen, best coaches I've ever played with. And just the way he motivates certain players, and he knows everybody's not the same, and he just has a way of motivating different coaches or different players at different times.
You know, back to his Desert Swarm days out in Arizona, he's been around the game a long time, and he's got a legacy here of defensive back play. And you're part of that legacy. You got to be proud of that.
I'm proud. I'm glad I was the first one to win a Thor for him. And, you know, when
there you go.
When I won a Thor, I bought him a trophy because I mean,
You bought him one, huh?
I couldn't have did it without him.
So he's got one on his mantle also, huh?
Oh, yeah, he has one. I had to get him one.
That's awesome.
Earl Thomas is going to win it this year, hopefully. So, I mean, he's out there playing. He's probably the best defensive back in the nation this year. So, we definitely look forward to keeping the tradition going.
Michael Huff here with us now, of course, in the NFL. How often do you converse with these guys, or is it texting? Do you talk to them very often, or is it special weekend because you're around here? How often do you visit with them?
I'll talk to them at least once a week, you know, at least a text message just to make sure everything's going good, whether it's not only football. I mean, it could be football, it could be off the field, family. I mean, just anything going on and just making sure everything's good in their lives.
Gary's messing, picked up on that Texas swagger.
He's got one here. He's got the dog tag. He's got it right here.
Oh, yeah. You know, Coach Brown took care of me. He made sure I got one.
Got you covered. We'll back.
All right, hang with us here as Texas in control so far and get good field position after the 3 and out. Texas up 28-3 over UCF here in the fourth quarter. Hey, college football continues. Number 8 Oregon versus Stanford coming up next. Huge Pac-10 doubleheader to lead it off. The Ducks and Stanford, another crucial conference showdown, and then Oregon State will square off with a number 20 ranked team in the country, the Cal Bears. Right here, second-ranked Texas in control and trying to add more. 1st and 10 Longhorns from the 49 for Colt McCoy and crew. And pass is complete to Childs near the 45-yard line. Bill Land, Gary Reasons with you up top. Emily Jones on the sidelines. We got Michael Huff, formerly of UT, now with the Raiders here. You know, we got to ask you about the Raiders. Are things going to get back together out there? It's been a tough go.
I hope so, man. Hopefully we get back to playing ball like we know we can. Like I said, we had a great Philadelphia game. We had a great win that win, especially the way they played the last few weeks. So we know we can do it. We have to get back to playing Raider football and everybody getting confidence back and getting their swagger back and just going back, like I said, playing football.
Well, you see this Texas offense out here, and you practiced against Greg Davis' offense many, many times, and you know a little bit about it. What do you think about this offense today, and what it would be like defensively to try to stop this potent attack?
It'd be tough. I mean, they have so much different tempos, and you know, they may slow tempo and fast tempo, and they can throw the ball, and you know, got the best quarterback in the country there. You know, Colt McCoy throwing the ball, and they have a lot of weapons out there. So it's definitely tough, but I mean, like I said, we got, you know, if I was out there, I had faith, and you know, had faith in Coach Keene and Coach Muschamp, and go out there and you know, kind of shut them down.
3rd and 2 for Texas here at the 43-yard line. McCoy to the short man, and it is complete, and the first down, and still battling. How about that?
Yeah, Coach Johnson
said, hey, I can just run it, I can catch it and run it.
You got to come up and make a tackle, but how do you make a tackle on this guy? He's just got powerful legs. His lower body strength is what really makes this play. Cole has to come to the check down receiver, and that's what Cody is, but he breaks 3 tackles right there. Bingo. Man, he's just moving the pile.
14 yards on the play. 1st and 10 Texas at the 29-yard line now at UCF, and a timeout for George O'Leary and the Knights. So they'll take a break, and we'll take a break as well. Mac Brown to join this one now at 28-3. More coming up on College Football Saturday. Texas 28, the Knights of UCF 3. Statue of Earl Campbell, one of the all-time greats here at the University of Texas, just outside DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Young Longhorn fan, hoping her team can add another one to a 28-3 lead as Colt McCoy has him 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line of UCF. McCoy complete to Childs. Childs slips by 1 to the 15, and down near the 11-yard line is John Childs on the receiving end. Bill Land, Gary Reasons, Emily Jones with you here. We're also talking with Michael Huff, now with the Raiders, formerly at UT.
We see down here at the bottom, you got a receiver, John Childs, and former quarterback, but they realized they had to get the ball in his hands, and, you know, he's a playmaker. He's a guy that used to, you know, want to get him out in space and let him make plays. And you know, the one thing about him, though, he's got to make sure he catches the football first. He's an athlete and wants to go. Always does. He made a nice grab and a nice run after the catch that time.
18 yards on the last pickup. Now Cody Johnson on the ground, and again bringing a couple with him down to near the 5-yard line.
Michael, I got to ask you, you see this football team and they're marching offensively. The defense is playing extremely well. It's all kind of runs with the head coach and his mentality and Mac Brown. And you see the offensive line here. You see the linemen doing a good job of leading on that play. I want to ask you about Coach Brown and what he's meant to this program and really in your career.
Oh, yeah, Coach Brown meant a lot. I mean, ever since he's been here, he's preached the same fundamentals. We're a family, and we're always going to look out for each other. We're going to take care of each other. And, I mean, he puts a lot on the seniors. He trusts his senior leaders to go out there and kind of take charge when he's not there because he can't be around everywhere.
On a 2nd and 5 from the 6, Ozzie Whitaker burst through the middle for the touchdown, and the sophomore from Houston gets his 4th TD of the year. Missed tackle by Ishmael, and Ozzie Whitaker makes him pay.
Yeah, the offensive front there inside. Just watch the offensive line get a hole there. You got the guard and tackle coming around, and he goes right behind him up the middle. Excellent job of just following his blockers to the end zone.
Whitaker, the 6-yard TD run, and Texas pouring it on and pulling away. On for the point after, Hunter Lawrence. And it is good as well. Longhorns 35, UCF Knights 3 on Whitaker's touchdown, his first of the day. Everything's big in Texas, right? 35-3 here with the big drum and Big Bertha. How about big attendance as far as enrollments in these schools? Our Michelin stat, Arizona State, Ohio State, then Central Florida, 53,000 plus in the fall of 2009. Texas, the 5th largest school in the country with 51,032. I think people well aware of the size of UT,
yeah,
but a lot of folks outside of Florida probably didn't know that.
A lot of football players in Florida as well. Texas is a hotbed for football, and Florida is probably number 2 in the country as far as great athletes coming to play the game.
Texas will kick it away here. And again, it's McDuffie and Baldwin. And McDuffie, Baldwin says, nope, let's give it right here. All right, let's check in on Academy Sports and Outdoors Game Break. Here is Darren Horton.
Well, Bill, following your game, we invite everyone to join us in Stamford, California, where the dynamic Jeremiah Masoli is getting warmed up for number 8 Oregon. We've got the Ducks in Stamford, game 2 of our tripleheader on this college football Saturday. We kick it off at 3:30. Let's go back to you.
Well, the Ducks, thank you, Darren. It got everybody's attention when they took care of Southern Cal. He was a big part of that, wasn't he?
Masoli's got game. There's no doubt about that. He's a guy who's fun to watch. He leads his team, and Oregon is rolling right now.
UCF 1st and 10 from its own 20. Not much doing that time for Davis on the carry as Randall and Okafor there for University of Texas.
We've got Michael Huff up here. Michael, I want to ask you, when you see this defense and you see him out there, do you see a lot of change, a lot of little things that they've done differently since Will Muschamp has come, perhaps in one of your days were here with Coach Aquino?
Oh, definitely. I think now they're more fundamentally sound and they're more aggressive. They blitz a lot more than we used to back in the day, because we used to kind of play man-to-man, just line up and just play. But I mean, now they have different blitz schemes and they're more exotic and just doing different things and bringing different people from different places.
Yeah.
2nd and 9 from the 21 of the Knights. And Calabrese across the middle, and that receiver is A.J. Guyton, the sophomore from Homestead, Florida. He gets the first down out near the 35. What about just the transition, as you take a look at this play, of going from college to the NFL and the coverages?
Really, it's a lot different. Like I said, but luckily in Oakland, we play pretty simple. We play a lot of man-to-man, and, it's the same thing I played pretty much here at Texas. So for me, it wasn't a big of an adjustment, but a lot of times going from college to the pros is different. But I think with Muschamp here, then, they do a lot of things at college, so going to the pros won't be as hard.
Now pay attention. I'm going to put you on the spot here. I'm going to let you draw on the next play here. Maybe if we get a replay, we'll take a look at your skills. So
hopefully somebody takes a picture of the house.
Take a watch here. See what you see.
It's coming.
Calabrese in pressure, and he gets away for the moment. Spins loose again. In a dogged effort to try to get back to the line of scrimmage that time for the quarterback, Rob Calabrese. He's had a tough day as Acho and Randall were both all over it.
Your guys were good here.
The secondary first thing I look at is the DB.
Circle
You see all the coverage. Everybody's man-to-man, man-to-man, man-to-man.
There you go.
Hard. Like I said, nobody's open. We've got a coverage set. So that's how the first thing I look at is the back end to see if they held up, and then
a true defensive back. Always look from the back end
from the back to the front.
That's it.
That's where it always starts, right?
That was good.
Yeah, life is not a dress rehearsal. Neither is it up in the booth with a telestrator. Michael Huff joined it here today as Texas again stout on defense, and boy, their effort is so consistent. It just doesn't seem like there's ever a letdown with this team defensively.
Oh no, like I said, when I was at practice during the spring, that's one thing they preach: effort. Everybody's getting to the ball, whether you're up 10, whether you're down 20. I mean, everybody's getting to the ball every snap, and because when you get to the ball, that's how you make plays.
We've got a UCF lineman down on the field.
Yeah, I think that's Chad Hounshell, the redshirt freshman from Mentor, Ohio.
And he got the start at left guard today, and
haven't been with us. They've been just hammered with injuries, and Hodges, their quarterback, and Harvey, their leading rusher, both held out today by George O'Leary. This game being played at the time of year, it all came about because Texas moved its game with Texas Tech up into early September, and as a result, this one gets pushed back to November. Very unusual to have a non-conference game here, and George O'Leary going, hey, we got Houston coming up. We got a chance to win our league.
You bet.
That's a conference game. I'm not going to risk further injury to a quarterback with bruised ribs against this defense.
Yeah, and a running back also. Brent Harvey not playing in the ball game today for the Knights. So, going with who they have, who are healthy, and hopefully those guys will be back for them next week as they continue in conference play.
Hodges 11 and Harvey number 34, the sophomore from Largo, Florida, came in 679 yards rushing. Right here, 3rd and 9 for UCF from the 36-yard line with 6:43 remaining. Calabrese in his face again, and he completes it to Guyton and gets the first down, and then a loose football, and Texas comes out of there with it. There's also a flag back at the side of the throw as Shockey Brown comes up with a loose football. We'll see how they sort it out here.
Well, he had the free safety trying to make a play on the ball, Bill, underneath, and he overran the play and missed the tackle. That might have knocked the ball loose in the process. We hear the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 91, loaded ahead. The 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, and it's a first down.
And they're going to negate the potential here for a turnover on the fumble at the end of the play. Take a look here. The ball may pop out, but that's all for naught because of the penalty on the quarterback. Gideon there making the tackle, and Shockey Brown covering it up, but it's going to be a first down nonetheless for UCF.
So the Knights, 1st and 10 at the 49 of Texas. Empty by the one man in the backfield. Davis here for the quarterback, Rob Calabrese. And Davis, good run across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Picks up around 6. And Dustin Ernest makes the tackle, junior from Plano, Texas, out of Plano East High School.
This offensive system that they run here, Bill, is like the stretch play. They like the stretch zone run play where they can cut back, and that's what the tailback did that time. Eddie Jones did not make the tackle on the backside, the defensive end, so got into the second level, got a good 6 yards for the Knights.
2nd and 4 from the 43. Calabrese over the middle and complete for the first down again, down to the 34-yard line, as again he connects with A.J. Guyton, and Gideon makes the tackle. Guyton gets his 4th reception of the day. We've got Michael Huff here with us. What do you miss most about college football, and what do you enjoy the most about the professional game?
I probably miss most college football just the tradition. I mean, just all the different things you do before the game, singing the Eyes of Texas after the game, after we win every game. I mean, just the little things like that, just tradition, and we got the best fans in the world here. But I mean, the pros, it's kind of like you're playing against the best of the best. When you're growing up, that's what you want to do is play in the NFL, play against the best, and see how good you are. And at the end of the day, I mean, just see where you're at in your career. So those are probably the 2 biggest things.
Pass is completed and it'll be a first down here.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity here for UCF to continue to move the chains, and looks like Calabrese doing a good job delivering the football. So this is a nice drive here for the Knights.
First down marker brought to you by Overstock.com. At Overstock.com, our award-winning customer service will make you feel at home with the O. The 1st and 10 at the 22. Calabrese the long count this time, and Davis.
Macho.
Wow.
Well, Emmanuel Acho decided to come up and step up and make a hit in the backfield, and that's exactly what he does. Number 18 here for UT. You take a look as he gets into the backfield untouched, and bingo, right there. Just got to wrap up and had Randall there to make Alexander to finish off on the play.
Our Marines leaders, I should say. Look at this. Opponent rush average 1.8, and UCF has been very stout themselves, 2.4 with Alabama in between. How about today? UCF 2.1, Texas 2.5. So that United States Marine leaders and both teams living up to that strong defense against the run.
That's what you call tough sledding.
2nd and 14, and incomplete, and a flag.
Beasley a little too tight on his backside there, and I don't know if he made contact from here. Couldn't really tell. Will Muschamp's not happy about that call. And
looked like great coverage to me. Because I'm a little biased, though.
A true defensive back.
Shocking comment.
First down.
Deion Beasley playing the corner spot today for the Longhorns, and watch on the bottom down here. He's going to match up with him and see if he's got his hands on him, and might be a holding more than a pass interference call, but going to be a first down though for UCF, 21-yard line now.
3:42 remaining, and UCF a long time-consuming drive, down 35 to 3, as Davis on the ground here, and Davis stopped near the 18 on the first down carry, picks up a couple.
You know, we had a soundbite earlier about Will Muschamp and teaching players how to watch tape and watch game tape. You know, what do you do on a regular basis as far as prepare for games, and what do you look for in a game when you're getting ready to play a ball game?
Really, I try to look at the game from a free safety now, so I try to look at the game from a free safety point of view, from the quarterback point of view.
Right.
And just kind of look at the splits of receivers, read eyes, read
all those clues that you want to find.
It's just a bunch of little things, little subtle things that, I mean, a lot of people don't know what to look for when they watch film. So when you're young, you don't know what things I try to get, with my DBs, kind of just teach them little things like that and just help their career.
2nd and 7 from the 18. Calabrese, and incomplete. And there's another flag, as this one late. Mr. Rocky Ross was the intended receiver. Earl Thomas, this time Gideon going, you got to be kidding me.
Well, they kind of influenced, I think, the umpires here, or the referee trying to throw that flag out there.
Pass interference number 12. Ball be played to the spot of the foul. First down.
Yeah, there might have been.
That HD camera doesn't lie.
Most times they let that go because you don't pull and turn. He didn't turn the receiver that time. The receiver was turning out. A little bit of jersey there maybe, but not a pass interference.
Yeah, let him play football.
What about this kid this year? He's had a heck of a season. Got 6 interceptions on the year, a couple of returns for touchdowns. Pretty good stuff.
Oh, yeah, he's playing great. And he's doing it from so many different positions. Like right now, he's lined up in the slot, and he's playing safety. So, I mean, he can just do so many things. He can cover receivers. He can stay deep in the post. He can be in the box, stopping the run. So he's just a versatile safety that does it all.
Davis on the first down carry. Knocked out of bounds inside the 5 near the 4-yard line, and Emmanuel Acho, the sophomore out of Dallas, comes up with the stop there.
Almost a first down, though, Bill. Though they may give them the first down, 1st and goal here, so they sure have. So that's a first down. So UCF with 4 opportunities, if needed, to get the ball in the end zone. I'm sure they'd like to get a touchdown in this situation.
11th play of the drive, and they've had the football for nearly 6.5 minutes, UCF. 2:25 remaining. Be a big lift to them, even though it won't have a huge impact on the game if they score. And Davis met by a host of tacklers at the 5, and a loss on the play. Ben Alexander leading the way.
Big Ben Alexander, what he did, Bill, is he gobbled up two offensive linemen and split them right here in the middle. He gets right through there. And guess what? You're going to make that play. What you want as a run stopper inside, you want guys that are grounded. He's 295 pounds, solid, strong. He's done a great job of getting back there.
Texas defense has been stout all year, and they don't want to give up a touchdown. With it 35-3, crowd into it on a 2nd and goal from the 5, and Calabrese rolling out, got hit as he fires, incomplete.
Now, several times now in this ball game, Rob Calabrese has been asked to roll to his left, and it is really difficult for a quarterback to square up and throw that football. Good pressure by the Longhorns that time on him. Jones came up and racked him a little bit as he threw the football, so did not have a chance to set his feet and get to the receiver that he'd like to.
And a third down and 5 now, or third and goal, I should say, as UCF will send 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right. Calabrese checks out the Texas defense.
They're coming.
And you called it, and they got him. They bring it. Ben Wells leads the way, and the sack of the quarterback will push him back for a 4th and goal now.
Well, that's a numbers game, and the numbers just don't add up for UCF. When you got Ben Wells coming here, he's the extra rusher coming off on the inside, not accounted for. So this is on Calabrese. He's got to get rid of that football, make an attempt to get into the end zone. So brings up a 4th down here. They're going to still go for it on 4th and goal from about the 12-yard line now. Got a timeout on the field, and looks like they're attending to Beasley down there on the field.
Texas with 6 sacks today, and it's part of our Polaris hard work play today, Gary.
No doubt about it. They have had put pressure on Rob Calabrese. He's been harassed throwing the football, and he's tried to make something happen with his feet. The young sophomore's done a pretty good job in this football game of eluding the pressure, but let's face it, Texas defense, the speed up front, the ability with Sergio Kendall, Alcho and company, these guys have all done a great job, and Lamar Houston pushing up front in the middle. This is the defensive front, one of the best in the country, and continuing again today.
Will Muschamp and the group dialing it up, and let's see what they have in store on a 4th and goal from the 12 for UCF. We're inside a minute to go, and you think the game is on the line. Those that have come out here today are fired up.
They're coming again.
They come after Calabrese. His pass is caught, but denied as he is stopped at the 6-yard line. Blake Gideon with the big hit, and the Texas defense holds.
Well, that's all that they're going to give you, the defense. It's a side adjust because they've got more rushers than they have blockers. Calabrese has to throw the football, and Blake Gideon inside out. Good sure tackle. That's exactly what Will Muschamp drew up on that play. Good job of getting off the field for the defense.
Our Whataburger What a Play today goes to Jordan Shipley. His great day, but capped off by the 88-yarder, Gary.
No doubt about it. This is a huge play in this football game, and he just uses his speed, and I think he's gotten faster over the years here at the University of Texas. Conditioned athlete, just a tremendous receiver. He and Colt McCoy have such a chemistry. This is a record-setting performance by him today in this football game as a receiver at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Shipley today with 273 yards receiving, and Texas run this one out. Michael Huff, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming up here, and the best of luck with the Raiders.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Good luck to you.
Thanks again. Michael Huff from the University of Texas, and now the Oakland Raiders back on a weekend off, enjoying a Texas win. Garrett Gilbert is the quarterback here. Colt McCoy, as he exited, we thought we'd see him again, but that long drive kept him from playing anymore. But he has set a new personal best in passing today, and a new Texas best in passing with 470 yards passing today, as Texas winds out the clock and wins this one 35-3. An impressive performance as George O'Leary congratulates Mack Brown.
Yeah, pretty much a complete effort here for Mack Brown's troops. Defense did a great job once again, as they have all season. You know, Colt McCoy solidified his opportunity to win that Heisman Trophy that he'd covet. And more importantly for the Longhorns, it was a consistent effort, put them still in the national championship race. Everything that they want, Big 12 championship, perhaps a national championship berth is all ahead of them. And Jordan Shipley, what a day as a receiver today.
They take care of business, no doubt about that, as Texas goes to 9-0 in the season, and UCF falls to 5-4. They are still in the thick of the Conference USA race, as next week they play Houston, currently ranked number 13. Let's go down to Emily Jones now.
Colt McCoy, you got started a little bit slow, but turned it on in the second half.
Yeah, we played great the second half. To give these guys credit, they came in and gave us a fight. We were expecting it. A little inconsistent in the first half, but we came through in the second.
A guy named Jordan Shipley made you look pretty good today. 273 yards, that's a new Texas record.
Yeah, he did a tremendous job today. We were able to single him up, He ran a great route for a long touchdown there in the second quarter, or second half, excuse me. I thank God for letting us play. It was a beautiful day. It was awesome. Our defense played great. We really pulled it together the second half.
Well, congratulations, 9-0. We do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Now let's talk to the head coach of the Texas Longhorns. Coach Brown, you said you thought better things were coming in the second half, and they did.
Well, they did, and I thought we wore them down. We got some rhythm on offense, and I was really, really proud of our team.
Whoa, talk yeah, that was a Texas flag. Talk about the performance of Jordan Shipley today. 273 yards, a new record.
When Jordan and Cole are on and they've got great protection, they're the best in the country at what they do.
Talk about the swagger. I see the dog tag hanging right there. We talked about it in the broadcast. Do you think they've got that swagger?
They do. We got a little bit of a slow start today, but give credit to Central Florida. They came in excited, more than we were to start with, but we came out of it and played the way we need to the second half.
Most importantly, 9-0. Coach, congratulations on the win. We do appreciate it. Bill, Gary, back up to you.
All right, thanks very much, Emily. As a record-setting day for Shipley and McCoy and Texas. It's Baylor next, then Kansas and A&M, and then what they hope is a Big 12 championship game.
Big 12 championship game, and perhaps on to the national championship game. It's all out there in front of them. Still number 2 in the BCS, and taking care of business and taking each game one game at a time. I know that Coach Brown will not let them lose focus.
Well, coming up next, our college football Saturday tripleheader continues. As the final here was 35-3 Texas over UCF. The tripleheader, the Pac-10 showdown, leading it off. Number 8 Oregon against Stanford. Later, Oregon State, the Beavers head to take on number 20 Cal for another monster battle in the Pac-10. For Gary Reasons, Emily Jones, and our entire college football Saturday crew, this is Bill Land saying so long from Austin, Texas.